About 1 month ago, AllianceBlock dropped a post on their updates on what they're doing with their project. Absolutely shocked me. I bought more because I believe AllianceBlock is absolutely going to skyrocket in price in this next hype cycle to come. Guys, welcome back. If it's sounding interesting, drop that like, give me a subscribe. Let me just find my page. Where's my YouTube channel? Yeah, wait a second, I'm trying to click it through. Here we go. Well, you can kind of see other things, but I just wanted to talk about AllianceBlock with you today, share some thoughts on this post. It's big news. And, you know, something big that's happening for AllianceBlock. Guys, take a look at these posts here, look. So, it says here, community soft launch. AllianceBlock TIDV and testing funders integration, right? But the big thing is this whole AllianceBlock launches solution enabling users to prove their digital ID without compromising privacy. Now, the one I showed you before was just talking about, you know, some of the tokens and projects in the future to be using it. I think this was just like a little setup to show you. Anyway, I went through like the process and I'm just going to talk to you about it here because it is big and like seriously big. AllianceBlock is supposed to be this ISO 222 compliant token, which means in the future, big institutions, big enterprises, big money can come into this space, adopt AllianceBlock and start using it in a confident way, especially if they're now offering this opportunity for people to be able to prove their ID without compromising their privacy. This is big, and I'm all about this. Whether, I don't know what they use in the background, is it artificial intelligence? I don't know, but I'm bullish on this piece of information right here, so I want to break it down with you. Guys, this is not financial advice. Do your further research before you invest your money. This is just my post on my Patreons to show you that I bought it. I said, look, buy that. I'm buying some at this, you know, right now. You know, if you want to get in, you can, kind of thing. So Patreons see that. If you don't want to miss it, become a Patreon. I got 7 tiers. The link is in the info section. Click it, take your pick. This will skyrocket. Like, it seriously will, because just this information alone is enough to push AllianceBlock out there to make people feel more confident. What does it mean? Well, think about it like this. This is how I see it. Like, we're in a situation right now, like when you log into like KuCoin, Binance, any type of exchange, you have to give your personal information. They need to know where you live, what your address is, you know, what you're doing. Oh, that's the same thing, isn't it? Where you live, what you're doing, your ID. They want to know how old you are, all of that stuff. And so for some people, you know, we want to keep our private life private. How do we know what you're going to do with that data? How do we know you're not going to breach our personal information and start using it in different ways? So if they come up with a solution like what AllianceBlock has come up with, you know, have just this one app or just one process where you can link your personal digital identity to your wallet address. And that's what this is, guys. You know, I've got a MetaMask here and it shows a wallet address, and I can now link this wallet address to my personal ID. So anywhere I use it on the blockchain, it confirms that I am who I say I am. I've used Alliance's block, their TDIV. What does it stand for? AllianceBlock is inventing the No Mercy community to begin with their identity verification on AllianceBlock, TDIV. What does it stand for? Let me see, looking for it. I'm going to get there. Testing the, TDIV. What does it stand for? I saw it somewhere. I don't know. Things to prepare. It said it somewhere here. I can't remember where I saw it, but it was talking about what TDIV meant. But it is basically like verification data to identify digital... I can't remember. It's here somewhere. I'm going to drop the link to this in the info section so you can have a play about with it as well. Is it this? Testing? No. Anyway, I'm going to drop the link and you can check it out. But this is big because it does open a world of doors. Now you might be in a situation where big exchanges may adopt this. And if they do, or going forward in the future, and even apps, like new dApps that come out, you know, you will have a situation where you just click on it, bang, you don't have to worry about doing your ID or KYC, because I've seen it, you know, if you know about CDFI, which is another project, just real quick, I'll touch on it. You know, they do a similar thing. If you want to participate in the stuff over here, you need to do your ID and stuff. So they're using a similar thing. I don't know if they're using AllianceBlock's one, but it's a similar process that you take. But the good thing with this is you can take this on the go anywhere on chain. And as far as I'm aware, they're linked with, or they've done something with, I don't know if it's a partnership, but something on the lines of Polygon and Avalanche. Because it's saying here, look, AllianceBlock trustless identity verification service service. TDIV? Trustless ID. No, let me just say it again. TDIV. Yeah, trustless identity verification. TDIV. There it is. Service enables participants to verify. I knew I was going to find it somewhere. To verify their credentials without compromising their privacy. In order to have your credentials verified, you'll be guided through a simple step wizard. So for me to do this, I had to come up here to this website here. It says www.id.allianceblock.io. And you connect your MetaMask and then it tells you to go through the process. So if you want to do it, you can. I think you need to have about 80 cents, because that's in wrapped ALBT, if you're on the if you're on the Polygon chain or the Avalanche chain, just make sure you got some wrapped ALBT, 80 cents worth, so it can do the process of stuff. But this is where it's going, guys. This is where the future is going to be. And there's going to be a race, and AllianceBlock is already well ahead of these others for this personal information identity processing thing, because I'm fed up. I don't want to keep giving people my personal ID. This will cover your address, who you are, what you're about, how old you are, all of that stuff. All the KYC stuff that all these companies require for you to get involved in projects and dApps and pre-sales and all these other different things that we want to get involved in. You won't have to worry about it no more. Exchanges, if you want to trade, some trading, day trade and futures trading, you need to KYC and all that stuff, right? So this will change the game. Just a simple bang login, forget my ID, I don't need that anymore. It's just using this on the go. So I'm mega bullish on this. I didn't even read through the whole of this thing here. It was just talking about it, just real quick. AllianceBlock, and this was recent, guys, we're talking November the 9th, so 1 month ago. AllianceBlock announced on November the 9th the launch of its trustless identity verification, TIDV, TIDV, whatever you want to call it, solution on mainnet. It says, so are they going to have their own mainnet? The initial integration will take place through the funders platform, which is why I showed you the funders thing at the start, with the aim of developing smooth pathways into decentralized finance, DeFi. Trustless identity verification is an application built on blockchain technology that addresses the issue of security exchanging verified data. And apparently, I'm not sure, don't quote me on it, but I think I heard somewhere that it's going to be in the form of an NFT. So once you've done the whole KYC verified process, it should be in the form of an NFT. And then it kind of makes me think about soul-bound NFTs, like what What's His Face was talking about. Remember this? When Vitalik was talking about making non-transferable soul-bound NFTs, it didn't make sense back then about having, because why would you want to have an NFT that you can't transfer? But now when you think about your personal data, your personal address, your personal info, that makes sense to have a soul-bound NFT. And keep it on your wallet. So if anything happens, people can't just claim this is my wallet. They're trying, this is your wallet. And it is interesting with soul-bound NFTs. And I think that this could be a big thing in the future. Soul-bound NFTs could be a big thing. You might see soul-bound tokens become a big thing as well, like new cryptocurrencies that are soul-bound to your wallet, which means you can't transfer them. And you're thinking, well, how do I sell them if you can't transfer them? Well, no, actually, selling and transferring are two different things. So if you sell, on like a Uniswap or decentralized exchange, it's totally different to transferring, because you click transfer and well, either way, what I'm saying is that if you had NFTs on like a soul-bound NFT, and I'm totally off topic at the minute, I know I'll go back to it, but it kind of makes sense if because of the whole ID stuff, right? If it was an NFT, people couldn't just come in and take your ID and stuff. You'd have to verify it in some shape or form before they can do stuff, right? Because it's soul-bound, so they can't transfer it across, kind of thing. But on top of that, if you did have soul-bound NFTs, I picture a world where whenever someone wants to sell something, they would have to sell the entire account, because that's the only way to sell your. Because imagine you got a Bored Ape on like a wallet address, like a MetaMask wallet address. It's soul-bound now. It's an option. You can click on this thing, bang, you've soul-bound the NFT. Now it's tied to that address and it ain't going nowhere. Now you're in a situation that if that account MetaMask ever did get hacked, they can't transfer it. So they'll just be stuck with you on that account until, you know what I mean? So that way you definitely got your, your cell-bound NFT, unless they actually take over the entire, which they can't, by the way. It's hard to take over another MetaMask if because how do you protect it, kind of thing, unless you got 2FA. Do you even have 2FA in MetaMask? I don't know. Let me know. But maybe that could be a thing in the future. Anyway, going back onto AllianceBlock, I like this, and I think it's going to skyrocket the price. Again, I haven't done the full thing, but I'm just saying here, AllianceBlock TIDV is live. All you need to know about the trustless identity. If you want to try this, guys, I'll drop the link in the info section. You can have a little play about it and decide if you want to try this. But this is where this is going, and you need to be prepared. And this is going to make it easier for big money to get involved with AllianceBlock. It says trustless identity verification has the ability to revolutionize the way compliance is managed in DeFi and blockchain. It will give users complete control over their online identities and let them connect to the different integrated dApps and revoke permissions if needed. One of the TIDV's most appealing features is that it requires customers to go through KYC procedure just once in order to create a verified identity that can be used for verification purposes with the TIDV integrated dApps and apps. So, if AllianceBlock becomes like, is it a layer 1? What is it classed as? Because if it drops its own mainnet and then it becomes like this big new layer 1, is it a layer 1? Let me have a look. It becomes the thing to use. That's something in my mouth. It becomes the thing to use, the platform to use is a layer. Let me see, looking at down here. 3 layers. I'm just trying to see if it's a layer 1. I don't know if it says anything like that. Interoperable with AllianceBlock. Yeah. How am I reading it? Sometimes you do that as well. You just be chilling out here and you're reading the book. It's like, you start mumbling. Anyway, what I'm saying is if it happens and people are building loads of tokens on this, it could, again, spark drive and adoption to this whole AllianceBlock ecosystem. So where's that thing gone? I want to continue reading. Most industry professionals predict that regulations pertaining to DeFi will soon be implemented. Yep. And retail investors are already acutely aware of the need to find... No, acutely? Whatever that word is, I don't know. I think it's acutely. Sometimes these words aware of the need to find suitable compliance solutions. Users need to verify their identification with AllianceBlock's identity verification partner, GBG, I don't know what it is, and link their crypto wallet once with the TIDV. I can see it. I can see this. What is GBG? GBG, know your customer. What's the GBG? KYC, G. I don't know. Hold on. Let me just read. Solutions help bridge. Hold on. GVG's Know Your Customer solutions help bridge the gap between traditional finance and decentralized finance. Our global end-to-end solution are quick to deploy and to ensure the identities of potential users are verified in seconds, creating a secure environment that meets compliance needs without sacrificing the user experience. So I'm going to drop this link in the info section. You can check it out. This is like a month ago. So, I haven't been watching too much on AllianceBlock. I should watch more. But it is big enough to make me very bullish on this entire AllianceBlock project and ecosystem. And, just to recap you guys, it's sitting at 3 pence right now, almost 4 pence. If you want to buy AllianceBlock, you can buy it on KuCoin or Uniswap, Bitfinex, CoinX. I don't know, I don't use that. PancakeSwap, really? No, there's not enough liquidity, so don't try that. Come over to Uniswap. I know you could buy it on thingy as well, but I don't know how much liquidity is on there. Avalanche, Trader Joe. I just use KuCoin. If more liquidity comes over to Avalanche, then great. In the future. It's a 17 million market cap. Skyrocket in my eyes means 100x on your money. That's a skyrocket in price. What is 100x? What does it do to this when it does 100x? 100x on AllianceBlock, it will pull it at a 1.7 billion market cap. We've seen meme coins go to 1 to 2 to 3, 4, 5, 6 billion with no use case. Meme coins. So I think that AllianceBlock offering this huge utility can seriously hit 1, 2, maybe 3 billion in market cap. And when it does, that's when you're going to be laughing, because that'll be 100 times your money. $1,000 turns to $100,000. If you can afford it, $5,000 turns to $500,000. If you can afford it, $10,000 turns to $1 million. $100 turns to 10 grand. Life changing for some in many different ways. Guys, I'm going to leave it here. If you liked it, drop that like. Give me a subscribe if you're new watching. Become a patron. I've got 7 tiers. I recommend my exclusive VIP tier, because this unlocks all my posts. You can see when I buy, when I sell, when I stake. All the posts are unlocked. You don't miss a thing. Pre-sale alerts, all this stuff. Make sure you don't miss out on this, because, you know, we're making gains all the time. Crypto CEO partner tier is my next tier above. If you can afford it, go for it. They see things in here way before I talk about them. People were discussing AllianceBlock in the group over the last 3-4 days, so big up to you if you did buy more. You're on the right path here to setting yourself up for greatness. I'm gonna drop more videos on AllianceBlock. Is maybe 10,000 enough? Is maybe 50,000 enough? Is 100,000 enough? Because you might have a certain amount of AllianceBlock, maybe unsure. I think I dropped already a video on how much you should have. Let me just come over to my channel and see if we can find what I've done on AllianceBlock so far. I know I want to bring more. I might do this 1% thing with AllianceBlock. To be in the 1% club, meaning only 1% of the world can only ever have more than you. Alliance. So I've done, I think it's got 1,000x. How much AllianceBlock should you have? So, check this video if you haven't seen it. It's powerful. Might give you an insight as to how much you should have. But I'm just going to drop some more videos in the future anyway. Guys, thank you for watching. And I look forward to seeing you in my next video. Cheers.